Welcome back to Whatever You Need, the channel where we dive beyond the surface of celebrity rumors and explore the quiet truths behind the noise. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the join button to support the channel even further. Now, settle in. Tonight's story unfolds behind closed doors, in the dim hush of an Istanbul night, where an unexpected meeting stirred emotions far deeper than the tabloids first imagined. Whispers traveling through trusted circles suggest that actor Gökberk Yıldırım recently orchestrated a private, late-hour reunion with Cemre Arda, a meeting wrapped in secrecy and heavy with meaning. People close to the actor insist that the impulse behind this encounter wasn't rooted in publicity or professional ambition. Instead, they say it arose from a profoundly personal place. A final, lingering wish from Gökberk's late mother, a wish he could no longer keep buried beneath the demands of grief. According to those who have seen him in vulnerable moments, there is a phrase his mother once told him during one of the darkest chapters of his life: listen to the voice inside you, and never surrender your choices to fear. For years this advice lay dormant, something he repeated to himself only during moments of exhaustion. But her passing, quiet yet devastating, breathed urgency into those words. They stopped being sentimental reminders and became a command he could no longer ignore. That command carried him straight to Cemre. Sources claim the message he sent her was measured and sincere, a request for a conversation, a clearing of old shadows. Many expected such an invitation to go unanswered. Yet she agreed. And so a small, unassuming cafe in a tucked-away corner of Istanbul became the setting for a night destined to ripple far beyond its four walls. The venue was chosen for its anonymity. Staff were instructed beforehand: no cameras, no notes, no recognition, no accidental leaks. When the two arrived, they entered through separate paths, and were led into a secluded room at the back. A room normally reserved for travelers who value silence more than service. For nearly 2 hours, this room became a territory where past misunderstandings, lingering questions, and traces of unhealed tension hovered like the ghosts of a chapter left unfinished. Employees later murmured that the atmosphere inside teetered between discomfort and relief. There were pauses so thick one could imagine the weight pressing into the wooden table between them. Yet in the midst of all this heaviness, unexpected bouts of quiet laughter surfaced. The nervous kind that bubbles up when people finally speak truths they have avoided for far too long. Cemre, who initially carried a guarded posture, gradually softened as Gökberk spoke about his mother, the memories he had suppressed, the emotions he had resisted, the regrets he feared might follow him for the rest of his life. The exchange shifted tone as they peeled back the layers of past misunderstandings. Misread intentions, misinterpreted words, schedules that clashed under the brutal pace of their industry. Fame, as both of them know too well, can turn even the smallest miscommunication into a chasm. Decisions once made in haste resurfaced now with clarity neither had allowed themselves before. Insiders reveal that neither attempted to resolve every issue in one night. Instead, they allowed space for the truth to breathe. Cemre asked direct, almost surgical questions, the sort she is notorious for off-camera, and Gökberk answered each with a steadiness that surprised even those closest to him. By the end, the sharp edges between them had dulled into something gentler, not reconciliation exactly, but recognition. They did not leave together. They walked out separately, still shrouded in the night, as if silently agreeing that privacy mattered more than spectacle. The staff stayed loyal to their instructions, offering no photographs, no comments, only the faint impression that the room they had watched over had held something significant. But secrets, especially those involving two well-known names, never stay confined for long. By dawn, fans were already dissecting the rumor online. Some insisted fate was nudging them toward one another again, interpreting the timing as poetic, a son honoring a mother by confronting the unresolved. Others dismissed it as nothing more than a professional courtesy, a polite conversation after years of distance. The absence of any official statements from either side only fueled speculation. And this is where we, the audience, become part of the story. What do you think? Was this the beginning of a new chapter, or the closing of an old one? Let us know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this deep dive storytelling, don't forget to subscribe and hit that join button to support whatever you need. As the day progressed, more details trickled out. The cafe, it turns out, is known for its understated lighting and melancholic ambience, perfect for the kinds of conversations people aren't ready to share with the world. Some sources say there was a moment when Cemre's eyes glistened, not from sadness, but from the emotional weight of hearing Gökberk describe how his mother had subtly influenced this reunion. They revisited memories from the early days of their friendship, laughed about wild rumors that had spiraled online, and acknowledged the strain of navigating fame while trying to preserve fragments of private life. By the time they rose to leave, the atmosphere in the room had shifted. The tension had dissolved into something almost tender, and although no one claims the night ended with declarations or decisions, the phrase "next time" reportedly entered the conversation, a quiet promise tucked into the farewell. Fans reacted with predictable intensity. Those who have always hoped for a reconciliation clung to this small detail, declaring it proof that something once cherished might still linger between them. The more skeptical crowd insisted that closure, not romance, was the driving force. And yet, the silence from their teams, the calculated lack of denial or confirmation, leaves a vacuum where theories continue to multiply. What makes this moment so compelling is the emotional foundation behind it, a mother's guidance echoing through her son's grief, urging him not to let unspoken feelings harden into permanent regret. It's a story that transcends celebrity, it touches on something universal. Courage in vulnerability, confronting the past, and choosing honesty over avoidance. For now, the truth lies somewhere between what was whispered and what remains unsaid. But one thing is certain, this meeting will not fade from the public conversation anytime soon. The curtain on this chapter may have fallen softly, but the audience is still seated, waiting for what might come next. And as always, thank you for watching whatever you need. If you want more deep, detailed coverage like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and tap join to support the channel. Until next time, stay curious.